Graves and Max Caraher are High Court enforcement agents. Aaron, a former soldier, served in Afghanistan before retraining in enforcement 6 years ago. And former prison officer Max has been enforcing High Court writs up and down the country for over a year.
Did you know that being a bailiff or an enforcement agent is one of the oldest professions in the world? It's the second oldest profession.
Today, they're on their way to recover £1,800 owed by a car dealership, New Peterborough Auto. But what they hoped would be a routine job is about to turn into a living nightmare. Max and Aaron have arrived without a film crew. But luckily, Aaron's security body cam can record one of the most shocking and unforgettable cases the agents have ever encountered.
How can I help?
We're here with a High Court writ.
Right.
We need to speak to somebody about that. I know you guys
He's just actually gone out.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get him on the phone?
Yeah. Phone for me.
He's going to be driving at the minute.
As the writ is against a company and not an individual, the agents are able to enforce it without the owner being present.
There's an outstanding balance that's owed that we need to collect on.
Yeah.
That hasn't been paid. We're collecting money. At this moment in time, it is £1,831.65.
1,800 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in a position to make that payment?
I'm not, no.
You're not. Okay.
No.
No chance we can get that gentleman on the phone. There is no chance. Okay.
As the man refuses to get the owner on the phone, Max has no choice but to seize goods to offset the debt.
We're escalating the case to the removal stage. We are going to be removing goods for sale at public auction.
What, today?
Yeah. My first instinct when dealing with him was he was hiding something. I knew he was up to something. It was just a matter of waiting to find out what he was up to.
The agents now start looking for assets they can take. Aaron spots some valuable equipment in the garage. The tools are a lot less expensive to remove than vehicles.
There's a brand new snap-on tool chest in there.
But the agents' actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Why didn't you just take 3 vehicles?
What vehicles do you have, mate?
How many vehicles are
I'm
there?
not going to take you swearing at me, okay? I'm
Calm
speaking
down,
to you
mate,
reasonably. If you want to swear at me, I won't.
I'm not swearing at you. Listen, I'm getting very agitated with your behaviour. I've had
Okay.
High Court agents here before,
Okay.
and
They don't
I've
know
dealt
what
with
to do,
them
mate.
properly. Yeah. Whenever I've told them to take vehicles, they've taken vehicles.
There's plenty of them here. I know how much all this stuff costs.
Why don't you just remove 3 vehicles? Call a truck down.
3 vehicles
Three
more
vehicles,
expensive to be honest than one big van.
yeah. Is it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mate, is there no way you've got the means to pay this at all?
I haven't, no. If I did, you think I'd not just pay it off?
When we began making an inventory of goods, the atmosphere changed. There was almost poison in the atmosphere.
With the man still refusing to cooperate, the agents continue to make a list of assets to take. But he's still not backing down.
That's been seized, mate, so don't move that.
I'm using it.
Yeah, sure, but it's seized. Chaff, if you interfere, we just call
We'll
the
just
police.
get the police
They'll
here.
come. They will, that's
All
it.
right.
We've got to remove it. I know how much they're worth.
Yeah, bring them.
So
You
why?
think I'm bothered? I'm using it.
I don't think you're bothered.
I'm using it. I'm trying to take the piss, mate.
For some reason, there was something that stood out about this guy. He wasn't your average car salesman. The way the situation was changing, the way his body language was changing, it just went from bad to worse.
Moving goods after they have been seized by High Court enforcement agents is a criminal offence. Aaron decides to call the police before matters get out of hand.
Good morning. I've attended an address for a company, and they're starting to move goods around that we're trying to seize. The gentleman's becoming quite aggressive, starting to swear at us and stuff like that. Thanks very much. Cheers, thank you, bye-bye.
The police are on their way. Aaron and Max continue to make their inventory, but the man is getting even more agitated.
Yes, why didn't you do all this shit when the police is here then?
We're doing it now.
Why is that?
Well, why do we need to stop?
I want you to start when the police is here.
It's not going to happen, we've got to rig.
These machines are worth 7-8 grand. You're trying to take the piss, mate. Well, I'm gonna lock this shutter up anyway, so it's...
Then you'll be arrested for concentration and then we're allowed to smash our way out.
That's it, yeah, that's fine.
It's human nature to be scared when threats of violence are made. It's a dark garage, I haven't been there before. There's tools, knives, all over the shop. We're in a pretty remote area and all these factors are playing on my mind.
With the man now trying to shut the agents inside the garage, they must act fast. While Max keeps the shutters open, Aaron moves their van to stop potential assets from being driven away. But then Max believes he's heard the man threatening to get a weapon.
Why do you need him?
Find out.
I'll find out. Threats or something.
Yeah. Where's the whip? Please. The gentleman's now gone to get a weapon. He's tried to lock my colleague in a... like he's trying to shut the shutter down on my friend, my colleague. The situation's getting quite bad. So we need urgent police assistance, please.
But while Aaron is on the phone to the police, the man walks back into the garage.
Yep. No, obviously we're in a car garage, so it could be anything.
What's the matter, boy? Huh?
Yeah, he has. Fuck! He's just got off an explosive. Fucking hell! He's got a gun, I think. Fucking hell! Fuck! Mate! Get out! Fucking hell! Fuck! I don't know.
Mate, it's firearm.
He's got a firearm. Please hurry up, please.
Fucking hell, jump.
Fucking hell, please hurry up, please.
High Court enforcement agents Aaron Graves and Max Caraher were in Peterborough to collect a debt of £1,800 from a car dealership.
Mate, is there no way you've got the means to pay this at all?
I haven't, no. If I did, you think I'd fucking not just pay it off?
The man they met wouldn't cooperate.
That's being seized, mate, so don't move that.
I'm used to it.
And as the agents started making an inventory of assets,
Yeah, so why didn't you do all this shit when the police is here then? I'm gonna lock this shutter up.
the case took a dramatic turn.
What's the matter, boy?
Fuck! He's just let off an explosive. Fucking hell!
Whatever it was, it sounded like a gunshot to me.
Mate! Get up!
It was there to scare us, and it certainly did. I see Aaron quickly moving away, and he's screaming to me, move, trying to get the police down. Everything's going absolutely crazy.
Fucking hell! Fuck! Please hurry up, please. It was absolutely terrifying. I was fearing that he was going to come and attack us. My vehicle was blocked in, so I wasn't able to get that out. You can't prepare yourself for that sort of situation.
The agents don't know for sure what the explosion was, but until the police arrive, all they can do is try and keep safe.
Eyes open, mate, because they might go over the field or try and come close to us, yeah? If they do, obviously fuck off over there, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, there ain't much cover over there. There ain't much cover anywhere.
We're going now. Looks like he's coming, he's walking out the front. We're going to get shot if they don't hurry up.
Do you know how far they are? Mate, I feel sick. Waiting for the police just felt like a lifetime. It really did feel like it was dragging, and no matter how much you beg them, they can't get there any quicker.
10 minutes after the explosion, an armed response unit arrives.
Like explosion from when we were inside, we had to bug out.
Do you see a firearm in his hand?
I didn't see a firearm, no, I just see a massive flash. And
You alright?
oh mate, it brought back Afghan, that did.
Aaron's a big chap, he's an ex-gunner in the army. It really hit home for me when I saw the effect it had had on him. You expect, perhaps, that going to war you're going to get violence. You really don't expect that. Enforcing a High Court writ in a car garage in Peterborough.
While the police investigate what the explosion was, more employees arrive on site.
Sorry? Engage in conversation about that.
Thinking he got shot at because a battery pack popped off. All right.
A battery pack, was it? Christ. Is that what it was? Yeah.
It didn't sound like a battery pack to me, it was very loud. I understand that violence can be sometimes part of the job, but it's hard, it really is hard to deal with. The whole situation was just terrible.
With the garage now a suspected crime scene, the agents have no choice but to abandon the case, for now.
In order to not escalate the situation, we'll just leave when he's done with a statement. In certain jobs, confrontation is a huge part of your day. We've had hot tea thrown at us, we've been pushed around, we've been punched, but this was a first for me.
After waiting for the police to finish their investigation, the agents finally have the chance to go back. And this time, Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on their way to the scene of Aaron and Max's nightmare.
We're in the countryside here, aren't we? Well, it's fenland, isn't it? Yeah. This actually is the edge of the fens.
The police couldn't find any firearms on the site, and the man suspected of letting a gun off was released without charge. But the debt remains unpaid, and Paul and Steve have been sent to settle the case for good.
If there is an issue, we'll deal with the issue as well. There's not a lot else we can do. Well, as far as I'm concerned, and you're almost there, we're living on borrowed time anyway.
Because of what Max and Aaron encountered, this time the agents have the police on standby.
I would guess this is it. Can we drive it? Yeah. Peterborough Auto Sales 100 pairs. Hello? Hello there. We're High Court enforcement agents, and we have a writ to serve here today against New Peterborough Auto Limited.
They're finished. Then this is no longer here.
So who are these?
These are star cars. These are completely different. We moved.
How long ago?
A couple of weeks, month max. A couple of weeks. They're done.
Interesting.
The man isn't the same person who was arrested during Max and Aaron's visit, but he did arrive on site after the explosion.
Thinking he got shot at because a battery pack popped off. All right.
Paul and Steve aren't aware of this, but they are suspicious about the man's claims that the garage is under new ownership.
Okay. You say this changed over a couple of weeks ago.
This is under Star Auto now.
If we take it like step by step, is the writ is for these premises, unless we've shown absolute proof, new lease, new VAT return, new insurance and so on.
I don't know where it is because my brother's out at the minute.
Okay.
Unable to supply the agents with the documents requested, the man calls his brother, who he says is the owner of Star Auto.
Yeah, what's called the High Court's here. What's called, where's that paper to show that we've changed new company? Where about?
While the man is on the phone, Steve spots a document on the desk.
Save you looking for all that. You've got a piece of paper here. New Peterborough Autos, Kingsdale, Whittlesey, dated the 28th of October, 16.
Yeah, obviously old letters are still going to come here.
8th of October, 16. It's only a week or two ago. Detective work is part of the job as well. You need to find the facts. They're saying that this isn't the case, that isn't the case. Ask them to prove it. And then you're running around picking up pieces of paper, looking at this, and it's blowing their story out of the water.
The recent invoice indicates New Peterborough Auto is still trading at the address. So Paul gets on the phone to the man's brother.
Hello? Yes, my name is Paul Bohill. Unless we see a bill of sale that's transferred all of the assets on this site, including the lease and everything to go with it, and the transfer... Just get somebody down here and show us and we'll go on our way happy. I'm 72 years of age and I've been doing this job for 35 years, and I've heard this story heaven only knows how many times, and I'm not prepared to accept that this is a completely new company. So either we go away from here happily with £1,831.65, or they'll take one or two vehicles, because by then the cost will have increased. I'll go out and we'll call the recovery vehicles.
Okay, fine.
With the man's brother not cooperating, Paul steps outside to start another new inventory of assets.
Sorry?
What's going on now then?
We're just having a look around and see what we can cover the debt with.
Yeah, but obviously that debt's with the old company, not with me, so I'm not going to allow anyone to take my goods.
The only way you can stop this happening is to produce a bill of sale to show that all these vehicles were sold out by the company we're looking for to the new company.
I haven't got them papers here handy. £1,500 bill, fuck all to do with myself or this company, and you're trying to tell me you're trying to take 12 grand worth of goods. That makes no sense, mate. It's bullshit. All them people you're skanking and robbing.
With the man still insisting the debtor company is no longer trading, Steve changes tactic. He finds New Peterborough Auto's website and calls their number.
Hello?
The man answers.
Hi there, is that New Peterborough Autos? You had a Mini in there last week. Is it still there? You still got it? Can I come down and see it? Okay, thank you.
Steve has blown the man's cover.
So, let's just cut to the chase. Let's just pay the bill and we can go happily on our way. Save all the messing about. What do you want to do?
All I can say is, well done for trying, but it's not going to work. Everything we've looked at has got New Peterborough Autos on it and trading. Phone calls just been made, answered, New Peterborough Autos.
They're even the for sale signs of New Peterborough Autos.
I can't believe you're making this sort of fuss and prepared to risk the upset for £2 grand.
Nothing to do with
Okay.
me.
Don't talk to me as if I'm a blooming first timer.
When we go into a situation where people are giving excuses that companies change names and so on and so on, I suppose my own personal view of this is how dare you underestimate our intelligence, because they're just pulling the same old explanations, the same old well-tried and tested systems, but they may not have come up against people who really know the answers.
The agents have now been at the site for over an hour, and with the man still refusing to take responsibility for the debt, Paul and Steve have no other option but to start seizing assets, escalating the debt to over £3,300.
What are we going to do? The Audi and the Mini?
The Audi and the Mini. And both are free of finance.
Because of storage and auction fees, the agents have to remove 2 cars to cover the amount owed.
Hi, John. There's a little bit of resistance. They're not going to pay, so I need 2 lorries with lifting capabilities. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers. If anything changes, I'll call you.
But with the recovery vehicles on their way, the man becomes increasingly hostile.
What happened the last time these bailiffs come down?
No idea.
The armed response was called down here.
Really?
There was a young chap in there and he's let off a firearm at one of the bailiffs, and they've shot out and gone up the road, and rang the armed response, and then they've come down. Was it fine, I think?
So did he fire at him?
I think he did. I don't know.
No,
Really
yeah.
sure.
Well, I'm glad he ain't here today. I don't know whether that was to try and intimidate us. Maybe by him mentioning it, maybe he thought that we might back down. I mean, at the end of the day, it has no effect on us.
45 minutes later, the recovery vehicles arrive.
Is there recovery trucks?
ASP, what's the kiddie?
And the team start loading the cars.
We're going to take this one. That's automatic. The Audi. Okay, that's automatic. And the Mini.
We came away, the results had been achieved. We went away with 2 vehicles, the debt would be paid, and there had been no blood spilt. There was, to some extent, a feeling of relief that it hadn't gone horribly wrong when it could have done. And if we were to be set with the same situation again, we would deal with it in exactly the same way.
For what was a potentially dangerous job, Steve and Paul have succeeded in enforcing the writ unscathed.
Sorry we met like this.
You take care.
All right? You take care. Bye for now. No, I take that in the nicest possible way. Not in this place.
Research has shown that more than 80% of small and medium-sized businesses are owed, on average, over £60,000 in unpaid invoices. 1 in 5 businesses say they are losing profits as a direct result of late payments. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball travel hundreds of miles each week across the West Midlands, collecting debts and seizing goods.
What number is it, mate? 141.
Today they're in Birmingham to recover a debt of more than £12,000 owed by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan to one of his suppliers. If Mr. Chauhan can't or won't pay, Gary and Matt have the power to seize stock from his accessory shop to offset the debt.
Morning. Oh, you're expecting me?
I was actually. I was going to give you guys a call today.
Oh, cracking. Mr. Chauhan?
Yes, that's me, Mr. Chauhan.
No, man, yes. Hello, sir. My name's Mr. Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're here today, sir, with the outstanding writ to collect an outstanding sum of £12,780.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I've spoken to, but like...
9 pence.
He used to be my dad's shop just down the road, 2 days ago.
Right.
So the debt was actually for that business that closed, I think, 4 years ago.
Right.
I don't know, for some reason they put my name on there.
Yeah.
I actually used to work there. I was studying at the time.
Okay.
I just used to help out. Obviously, it's my dad's business.
The writ is against you personally.
I've actually spoken to the Northampton County Court, basically.
Right.
I'm just waiting for the call.
Right.
They were supposed to appoint to stand aside over. I think it was...
Yeah, that'll be for an application to set aside the writ.
Mr. Chauhan says it's his father and not him who owes the money, and that he's appealed the case. But the writ is against Noman Chauhan, trading as Chauhan. And the agents have enough evidence to believe that they're in the right place.
So we're here to execute the writ. So the outstanding balance of £12,782.79. Otherwise, we will be taking control of goods.
Okay, it's not my debt, mate. I'll be honest with you.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance? Okay, so we're here to seize goods then, sir.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just speak to my...
I'm looking at the site.
While Mr. Chauhan calls his father, the agents start to look around the shop for goods they could seize if there's no offer of payment. Matt immediately spots some car keys. But his actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Mate, you want to give my keys back to me, please?
No, at the minute they're seized, sir.
Well, they're not seized because it's not my car, it's a company car. Give me my keys.
No, at the moment they're seized.
Give me my car keys.
No, at the moment they're seized, sir.
Give me my car keys, mate.
No, at the moment they're seized. Can I have my writ back? Thank you.
Your keys, mate.
Thanks so much.
What's wrong with you, man? Seriously? I'm trying to explain something to you, yeah? It's got nothing to do with me.
I've listened to your explanation, but it doesn't make any sense. When enforcing a writ, you know, we can see from experience, if people's tensions are rising, you know, you can see it in the way they're acting, their gestures, the way they're behaving, the volume of their voice. We're constantly of a calm manner all the way through the enforcement. We don't raise our voice, we don't shout and scream. That's not what we're there to do. You know, we're there to calm the issue back down again and get on with what we're there to do.
As Mr. Chauhan says he can't pay, Gary heads out to find his car. But all he's got to go on is a Mercedes keyring.
Search for a Mercedes. Ah, there we are. It looks a nice Mercedes. 14 plate, E220.
If the car is free of finance, it can be seized to offset the debt. Gary heads back to the shop to do a finance check.
Good morning, Derek. Good morning. Can you put me through someone to do a HPI check, please? Yeah. Is it a fleet car, is it?
The car is on a lease agreement. As it isn't owned outright by Mr. Chauhan, it can't be seized. Now the agent's only option is to remove stock from the shop. But because the jewellery and shoes are of low value, they will have to take almost all of it to come anywhere close to clearing the £12,000 debt. Matt calls the office to authorise removal.
We're at the property at the moment. It's a shop selling Asian jewellery and shoes. There's absolutely no chance of payment, so we're going to be looking at removal stage, mate, on it.
Mr. Chauhan still seems reluctant to cooperate with the agents. As they start to pack up the assets, Mr. Chauhan suddenly closes the shutters and walks out, leaving an assistant behind to mind the shop.
I can't believe they've just gone. Or maybe they're at the bank withdrawing 12,000. You never know, do you? Stranger things have happened.
Gary, I found a lovely set for you here.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
My weekend attire?
I think they call them a pendant drop.
Oh, a pendant drop?
Don't know how I know that, but...
Suddenly, the shop assistant hands Matt her phone.
Hello? Let me just take some details from you, bear me a second. Yeah.
An official from the county court is on the line.
Obviously, at this point in time, we're executing the writ here. Can you make sure the judge is aware of that as well?
The reason for Mr. Chauhan's quick disappearance is becoming clear.
Lovely, thank you. He says the defendant is in front of me, and in the next half an hour to 45 minutes, he's going to put him in front of a judge.
It seems that Mr. Chauhan is at the county court and has secured an emergency hearing to get the writ suspended. It's an unprecedented turn of events for the agents.
I've never heard that one before.
I've never heard that one before.
Especially that quick.
It's a new one on me.
While Matt and Gary wait to hear the outcome of the emergency hearing, they have the right to continue enforcement action.
To get a court appointment on the day of enforcement, I have never seen this happen before. But you just have to deal with that. There's a legal process that we have to stick to. Unless I've got a letter from the judge, we're not going to leave. We're going to stay. And we're going to execute this High Court writ.
But what happened next would take them both by surprise. 2 hours later, Mr. Chauhan suddenly returns with two of his brothers.
Are you back?
You want to be in today, mate?
What's happened, but...
What's happening? You tell me what's happening, please.
Whoa! Don't touch me.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Wait.
Get out. Get the fuck out. Holy, what the fuck is saying to you? Dirty bastard. Get him out of my fucking shop. Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch.
This unusual case has suddenly taken a violent turn.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Oh, why, mate? Move out of the way.
It will take all of Matt and Gary's experience to get the situation back under control. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway were at an accessories shop in Birmingham to collect over £12,000 owed to a supplier by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
Mr. Chauhan denied the debt was his.
It's got nothing to do with me.
And in an unprecedented move, managed to get an on-the-spot hearing at the county court.
Half an hour to 45 minutes, he's going to put him in front of a judge.
I've never heard that one before.
But when he returned to the shop with his brothers, the situation turned violent and Gary was assaulted.
Whoa! Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch! Get on me! Get
out of the way, mate.
Now, Gary and Matt have got to get this debt recovery back on track.
Can I have the police, please? My name's Gary Ball, a High Court enforcement agent. I've just been assaulted.
With the police on their way, they need to find out what's been happening at the court.
You've been to court. What did the court say?
Can you read, you stupid fuck? Can you read? You dumb fucker.
The document is confirmation that the writ has been suspended, pending a further hearing.
Take a picture of it. Take a picture of it. Right now, what are you idiots? Idiots. Use your hello.
The agents aren't able to continue enforcement action today. But the men aren't calming down.
Dumb fucker, use your brain. Use your brain, you dumb bastards. You dumb bastards. Dumb bastard.
Abuse the fucker, bastard. Fuck, bastard bailiffs.
I do this every day of the week. He doesn't concern me. He doesn't concern me. You don't worry me one bit.
When insults are flowing, I don't take it personally. There isn't anything anybody could call me I've not heard before. It's just the way people react sometimes. Unfortunately, it's part of life.
20 minutes later, the police finally arrive. And Mr. Chauhan immediately leaves the shop.
The guy that's assaulted my colleague is this guy in the black t-shirt. Has tried to leave the scene. Okay, Sarge. Yeah, we called you. My name's Matthew Hire. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's my colleague, Mr. Ball. We've been here for a little while.
Yeah, I was doing some paperwork at the counter here. Next thing I know, I felt a punch or a slap or something in the back of my head. He grabbed me, was trying to throw me out. He's been arrested.
Yeah, he's with colleagues.
Outside, Mr. Chauhan's father arrives, just as his son is being handcuffed. He immediately starts abusing the agents himself.
Get lost.
Watch it, otherwise you'll end up getting yourself locked up as well.
You already bastard. Son of a bitch.
You're going to get yourself locked up if you carry on.
It's not nice to be assaulted. They had the result they wanted. They put a hold on the case. There was no reason whatsoever for him to come back in the way that he did and assault me. You know, they've got the letter from the judge. They could have just showed it us. We'd have took a picture and we would have left. But that's what he wanted to do, and he got arrested for it.
With the situation still volatile, the police advise Matt and Gary to leave the scene. As well as his court date to contest the debt, Mr. Chauhan could now face an assault charge.
When people start assaulting us, doing our job, then it's just not on, and we won't stand for it. And we have a policy to prosecute every time.
Got me a right blinder, mate.
Did he?
Yeah. He just went to the back of me, blindsided me, whack.
Someone can go off to jail for the night.